Crowds gathered. The teacher was popular. The law was explicated skillfully. He was well liked by the people. He believed in the resurrection. He had zeal for the law. He believed in an afterlife. He was a Pharisee. The Pharisees often argue with Jesus, yet they mirror the human condition. We can see ourselves in their outlines of pride, of questions, and of fears. They were a lot like the respected professor, the beloved pastor, or the honored neighbor. They were seen as quote-unquote good people. They were the epitome of human morality, yet they fell short. It was shattered before Jesus. The Pharisees are not meant to be seen as separate from oneself. They are meant to be mirrors of one's own broken righteousness. Their righteousness before man and sinfulness before God shows the need for humility within God's kingdom. The Pharisees were polished in speech, precise in obedience, and prized by the people. They cleaned the outside of the cup. They appeared beautiful. They appeared righteous. But on the inside they were dirty. Jesus says, do what they tell you. They tithed mint, dill, and cumin. They knew the law and were precise in obedience. They knew the Hebrew Bible well. They seemed to obey it well. Josephus says that they expertly explained the law and that they had the multitude on their side, which further shows that they were polished in presentation and prized by the people. Therefore, since the Pharisees were polished, precise, and prized, they were representative of human righteousness. But they were hollow in substance, hypocritical in spirit, and hungry for status. They mastered words, but they neglected the weightier matters of the law: justice, mercy, and faithfulness. They mastered words, but missed God. This is why Jesus compared them with whitewashed tombs. They appeared beautiful, but inside were full of death and bones. Their human righteousness fell short because it was hypocritical and only on the outside and not truly on the inside. In stark contrast, Jesus mastered God's will. He emptied himself, not sought status. In the Gospels, Jesus' righteousness contrasts the Pharisees. The Pharisees were the epitome of human morality, yet still fell short. One should apply to himself the same hatred that he feels for the Pharisees, because the Pharisee is my reflection. The Pharisees' righteousness mirrors our righteousness. The Pharisees were both representatives of human righteousness, and they fell short. To forget either truth is to miss the point. The Pharisees are not just foes in the Gospels, but also mirrors. They expose the false righteousness of the human heart. The Pharisees' human righteousness failed, but God's righteousness does not.